This was the ancient Egypt at dusk. Massive pyramids, golden temples, the Nile glowing, cut to Hebrew slaves in chains, backs scarred, working under whips. For over 400 years, the children of Israel lived in bondage, crushed under the power of Egypt's empire. Pharaoh was not just a king, he was worshipped as a god, and Egypt believed its gods ruled nature itself. But the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob heard the cries of his people, and he rose to confront the gods of Egypt. Moses stood before Pharaoh and declared the word of the Lord, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh hardened his heart, and so the judgments began. The Nile River, the source of Egypt's life, was turned into blood. Fish died, the waters stank, life became death. Frogs swarmed the land, in homes, in beds, in kitchens, and in palaces. The gods of fertility were mocked. Dust rose from the ground and became gnats covering man and beast. And the magicians confessed, "This is the finger of God." Swarms of flies filled Egypt, but the land of God's people was untouched. For the Lord made a distinction between Egypt and Israel. Then disease struck the livestock of Egypt. Horses, cattle, and flocks fell dead, while the animals of Israel lived. Painful boils broke out on the Egyptians, even on the magicians themselves. The proud could no longer stand. Fire fell from heaven with thunder and hail. Crops were destroyed. Trees were shattered. Egypt trembled before the voice of the Lord. Locusts covered the land, devouring everything left behind. Pharaoh cried out in desperation, yet his heart remained stubborn. Then came a darkness so thick it could be felt. For 3 days, Egypt was frozen in fear. But the homes of Israel had light. Night falls, Hebrew homes marked with blood on doorposts. Angel of death passes over. Egyptian palace erupts in screams. And at midnight, the final judgment came. The blood of a lamb marked the doorposts of God's people, and death passed over them. But in Egypt, from the palace to the prison, the firstborn died. A great cry rose throughout the land, a cry like Egypt had never known. Broken at last, Pharaoh called for Moses and said, "Go, take your people, leave Egypt." And before the rising of the sun, the children of Israel marched out of bondage, free at last. The plagues were not just punishment, they were a revelation, a declaration to Pharaoh, to Egypt, and to the world. There is no God like the Lord, that you may know that He is the Lord.